What is up, guys? It is me, Ashley Taylor, and welcome back to my channel. I appreciate you for being here, and I'm so excited. It is almost 2023, which is wild, honestly. I don't know what happened to this year, but it's been a crazy year, lots of ups and downs, and in the end, I feel like we're all coming out of it stronger, and I'm just really excited to start this next year on a really strong note. I have some questions if you guys want to journal these out or write them in your phone. They're just really amazing questions to ask yourself finishing off the year, and I love the new year because it does give you a time to reflect and to kind of decide what you want to leave in the past, what you want to keep, what you want to bring forward. I don't know, I think reflection is just very, very important, and sometimes we don't do it often enough, and we just pass through life, and all of a sudden the year goes by and we're like, wait, what even happened? So this just gives you time to sit down and really process everything and just feel good about moving forward. Let's get into it. I haven't even answered these fully, and I'm gonna answer some of them, but I don't want to make this too long, but I'll give you a little answer too so we can both give our answers. The first question is, what am I most grateful for this year? So this is kind of a straightforward one, but what I'm most grateful for this year is definitely the support that I've found through good friends and my family and having my dog. I'm so grateful for those relationships and grateful for the experiences and opportunities that I've gotten this year, and yeah, just getting to learn more about myself. Question 2 is, what positive changes have occurred in my life in the past year, and how can I continue them in the next year? I feel like I've really started being a lot nicer to myself and treating myself with more kindness, and just being more patient, and yeah, just having overall a better relationship with myself and really trying to do things for me and do things that make me happy and not saying yes to everything and trusting my own gut and kind of like not giving a fuck what other people think. I feel like that's a positive change that I've definitely made, and limiting my circle, making it a bit smaller of people that I know always have my back and I will have theirs, and having more of a healthy routine to working out again, meditating, yoga. Those are all healthy changes. So what are your healthy changes? Yeah, you can write more, but I'm not gonna give you my full journal entry because then we'd be sitting here for like 2 hours. So number 3 is, what do you need to let go of this next year? So some of you might be watching this in the new year and I'm posting it later than I wanted to, but either way, these are all good questions that you can answer even if it's already into January, February. You can answer these any time of the year. It really doesn't have to be New Year's. So number 3, what do you need to let go of in this new year? So this could be resentments, limiting beliefs, toxic relationships, material possessions that are just not necessary, any unhealthy things that you want to let go of. And if there's anyone that you need to forgive, like any like resentments that you need to let go of, if there's someone in your life that you feel you haven't been able to forgive, and even if you don't need to actually forgive them, just forgive them for yourself, you know, and don't let that keep holding you back. What I need to let go of this year is, if I have ideas and projects I want to do, I need to just go after them immediately. I need to let go of procrastination and feeling like my work needs to be perfect before I put it out, because and perfectionism is also something I need to let go of, which I've been working on, because I feel like it just sets you up to fail because you're wanting to reach such high like levels that aren't even obtainable, and then you just end up feeling disappointed because you can't reach perfectionism. So I want to let go of having to reach this unobtainable thing. I want to just go and do it, and even if it's not perfect, just put it out there. Next question, what's something I've always dreamed of doing but haven't done yet? Can I make this dream come true this year? There are some things I've really been dreaming about, and a lot of them are creative wise. I think I can make them come true this year. I think I can. I don't want to like give all of them out because you guys will see. I'm gonna do it. So what are the things that you have been dreaming about and maybe you haven't done them because society makes you feel like you can't, or maybe you've just been scared of failure? Like, what are those things that you dream about that you really want to do, and how can you make them happen this year? Number 5 is, what bad habits do you want to leave in the past?
I want to leave
Using like substances, like I want to really limit that. Like smoking weed a lot and drinking. I've definitely cut down on drinking, but it's just hard in my social circle, I feel like, sometimes to not drink, and when you're at dinners and events and stuff, and I really want to leave that behind and be able to go to parties sober and not feel uncomfortable, you know? And I think I've definitely used substances like that to cope with social anxiety, and I really want to leave that in the past. So yeah. Number 6. Am I on number 6? Honestly, I don't even know why I'm numbering these because I'm gonna lose track. Next question. There's no numbers anymore. When do I feel happiest? What brings me true joy? And how can I allow more joy into my daily experience? So think about like, when you feel happiest, what are you doing? Who are you with? Where are you at? Like, where do you truly feel your most free and your most like authentic self? I definitely feel the happiest when I am in a setting of music. I love music so much. Going to shows and just being in that atmosphere really brings me so much joy, and surrounding myself with like-minded people for sure. And doing practices like meditation and yoga, those make me feel so happy. I sometimes slack off, but I want to continue having meditation for sure, always in the morning or at night, and doing yoga maybe at least twice a week, and just continuing to surround myself with experiences that involve music and beautiful, like-minded people. What was the biggest challenge you faced this year? How did you handle it? And how did you grow and learn from it? So, biggest challenge. Mine was definitely getting out of an unhealthy relationship and having to move out of my apartment and having to basically, I gave away my main source of income, and I gave away my social platform, and I basically restarted from zero. So that was definitely my greatest challenge, was leaving behind a past life that I thought was my life, you know, and getting that courage to stand up for myself and realize what's really best for me, and take that risk of leaving something just because it's comfortable, and knowing that there is going to be something out there better for me. And I think I handled it pretty well. There was times where I was in very dark places, but I reached out to loved ones and my support system and found help, and I really reflected and looked internally and did a lot of self-growth, and in the end, I've learned so much from that experience, and I am truly grateful for it, even though there still is a part of me that hurts at times from it. But in the end, it's made me into who I am, and I am even stronger, and I know more about myself. I know more about the people that I want to surround myself with. I've learned to be my own best friend. Yeah. Feels good now, but at the time, and that's what happens. The hardest times in the moment feel so painful, but they're usually things that you look back on and are grateful for them in the grand scheme of things. What are 3 words to describe this past year? So mine would probably be... This is hard. This is not 3 words. These are multiple words, kind of. But mine would probably be new beginnings, self-love, letting go, probably. So new beginnings, self-love, and letting go. Those are multiple words, but it's okay. What are 3 words to describe your year? How did you push your boundaries of your comfort zone this past year? And what can you do in the upcoming year to continue pushing those boundaries for personal growth? For me, what pushed me out of my boundaries was definitely meeting a lot of new people, saying yes to new experiences, even if my little socially anxious self was nervous about it. But just being open to putting myself out there more, and definitely like doing TikTok on my own and making content on my own has put me out of my comfort zone. There's been a lot of different things, and I want to continue doing that because in the end it does make you feel so much stronger, and like you have a stronger sense of self, because even if things don't go well when you go out of your comfort zone, at least you tried, you know? And at the end of the day, like, what is the worst thing that can happen? Something that helped me was thinking about, like, up until this point, your rate of survival has been 100%. Everything that you have faced, you have survived. And I'm obviously not talking about like wild, crazy shit, but like, you know, everyday challenges and experiences, like you've survived them. So don't be scared to try new things, you know, you've made it this far. What did you learn about yourself in 2022? So if you're doing these after the new year, you can also say just what have I learned about myself in the past year, past month, you know, you could do these however you want. But what I learned about myself in 2022 is that and these are things I kind of already knew, but I feel like I really came into knowing them more. I'm definitely a sensitive person. I'm a very empathic person, and people's energies really affect me. And being around the wrong people can really throw me off. I learned a lot about myself in terms of the way my mind thinks and how I'm an overthinker and how I'm a perfectionist and how I can change that into being something powerful. I feel like there's a lot of things that, you know, everyone's gonna have their imperfections, and it's not that you have to completely get rid of them. Like, you can use them in a different way, and you can kind of tweak them so that they don't overcome you, but you use them as more of a superpower when you want to. So I think I've learned a lot about that too. Did you use your time wisely this year? Or have you been using your time wisely recently? And how can you be more intentional with how you use your time in the upcoming year? So I feel like I have used my time wisely, but I feel like there's probably so much time, if you like added it up, of wasted time that I spent this year. There's probably a lot. And I think to use my time more wisely, I want to this helps me a lot, like when I know I need to get things done, like putting my phone on work mode, like do not disturb, making sure that I don't like watch TV or binge watch YouTube videos or even binge watch TikTok or anything like that until I'm fully done with everything I need to do that day. Do you feel as though you are living to be your true self? Do you feel like you're suppressing parts of who you are to conform to other people's views or to please other people? And what steps can you take to bring yourself into alignment this year and be more authentically you? So that's a bunch of questions into one. Do you feel as though you're living to be your true self? Do you? I feel like I definitely am now this year. Like, that is something that has changed a lot since last year. Last year, if you asked me that, I would say no. But now I really feel like I am. I'm still growing, still changing. Do you feel like you're suppressing parts of yourself in order to conform or please others? In certain environments, yeah, but I feel like sometimes that's necessary to, like, you know, but I feel like, no, I'm not anymore. And that's something I'm really, really proud of myself, because I was not doing that before. And now I truly don't care what people think, because I know who I am and I love myself, and I'm not gonna let their judgments define me. Ask yourself that and be really honest with these questions. It's just you, you know? And what steps can you take to bring yourself into alignment this year and be more authentically you? So I think for me, it's discovering, you know, what music I like, and like I am doing that now, but like, you know, tapping more into that, tapping more into my style and my creativity, and just expressing myself in all elements. Yes, I'm someone who loves to get advice from people, and I've realized that I feel like that does like alter what maybe I truly feel, and it's cool to get advice sometimes, but you don't always need to take it, you know? Like, and I want to be better about that. What are you curious about that you want to learn more about this year? I'm very curious about making music. I'm very curious about starting a podcast. I'm very curious about traveling to new countries. Yeah. those are my curiosities at the moment. I also want to learn more about like spirituality, Buddhism, meditation, all sorts of things, really. What is the single greatest lesson that you learned this year? Mine is that you need to be your own best friend because nothing else is permanent. People are gonna leave your life unexpectedly. People are gonna change. Your life is always gonna be changing, but the one thing that you have always is you. And so you need to cherish that, and you need to take care of your body, take care of your mind, take care of your soul, love yourself. That is the biggest lesson I've definitely learned. We are going to wrap this up with the last question, which is, what is your intention for this next year? Ooh, so hard to put it into one thing. I think I've kind of said all these things a little bit, but I think my intention right now is to truly, authentically just be myself. Just being me, spreading love. I want to just spread compassion and try to make the world a better place with what I can do and with being my authentic self. So I guess, yeah, maybe spreading compassion and positivity while being my authentic self. That's my intention for the year. I just made it right now. But you can also have more than one, whatever feels right. That concludes our little journal entry / chat reflection mindset type question video. What the fuck was that? Anyways, so that concludes this video. I hope these questions brought out some new ideas for you and allowed you to reflect on this past year and to really get your mindset straight for the upcoming year. And you can tweak these questions however you want. And if you're watching this before the new year or after, I know I'm putting this out I'm probably gonna put it out like right before New Year's. But whatever the date is, Happy New Year, and I'm sending you so much love and so much support, and this year is going to be amazing. These past few years have been quite hectic, and I think we all just need to come together and just love each other and just support each other, be confident, and just keep being you. You got this. Wherever you're at, you fucking got this. Subscribe, please like this video. It really helps me a lot, and leave a comment if one of these questions just really spoke to you, and go follow all my socials, my TikTok, my Instagram, and I love you. So I hope you have a great rest of your morning, night, afternoon, and I will see you soon. Bye.